if you're wondering why I'm doing this, the live streaming now, because the phone I use to do all my recording it, and basically all my recording, all my thumbnails and the Lensa apps, and all that other jargon and jazz is really fucking up now to a point where I may have to get a new phone because I've had this phone for a minute and I need an upgrade anyway. But I've been using this. Basically, I've been using this phone. Damn, she got big ass forehead. That shit is shiny. I'm sorry, I was looking at Facebook's version of Tinder. She cute though. She got a big ass forehead, and every fucking one of them shine. God damn. All right, let me I said let me get back to this. Even though it's kind of about this, but I was thinking because if y'all know, Fada done said this all the time, and I basically, agree with him. And I think everybody's been saying this. The dating pool has pee in it. Now, I was just now, everybody done said that. Reasons why everybody says different things. Um, me, I just think that we have so many options that a lot of people, and especially women, y'all can, yeah, this is not to bash women, but I think the fact that people have so many options now, not just locally but internationally. Like, dudes can fly you out, and like wants to, if a nigga want to fly you out and do stuff with you, he can do that. We're in that time of era. But with that being said, and especially women, y'all have loads and loads of options to where you don't have to worry about who you gonna marry. And yet y'all still don't. And yet, but even still wouldn't settle for that either. I don't like using the word settle. I'm more or less, because I tell people, if you settle, you're usually getting something that you're not comfortable with. Now, I tell people you can compromise. Now, when you compromise, you're still at least getting something in your favor. Like, you may not get all of what you want, but you can get at least what's good enough for where you be like, okay, I'm gonna make this relationship work. And life is about compromises. You're not gonna get everything. So I feel like when women, when they say I won't settle, no one's telling you to settle, because no one's saying like take this or leave it. But you can, but I feel like a lot of women don't know how to compromise their options to where say, okay, if you don't do this, then I'm not, then I'm going to leave. Which is, I feel like a lot of women do that. They'll take the bullshit of a man, and he won't change. But why would a man change if you're giving him everything? Think about it. But so with that being said, if the dating pool didn't have pee in it, do you think people would be married? Do you think people will get into a relationship? Maybe the dating pool is supposed to have pee in it on purpose. And now, hear me out. And this is where I'm getting at, because I was just thinking about this. It's like, what is the dating pool supposed to have pee in it? What is supposed to? What if the purpose of dating is to get married? And the purpose is to have pee in it, because I feel like if the dating didn't have pee in it, that a lot of people would just be dating just to date, and dating just the fun of it, dating just wouldn't even get married. They'll just do the dating thing. Like, I don't feel like, because as men and as human beings, we have to court each other. We do have to be with each other and all that other stuff, but usually, and like I said, women, you have so many options. Sometimes I feel like sometimes you just take things that just look good. Maybe not, maybe be in your favor, but it looks good. Like, but like the nigga is cute, but he might be crazy. He got like six baby mamas and some shit like that. You don't take care of his kids, but the nigga cute though. Um, I feel like it'd be stuff like that. And the same thing with men. It's just like we know the chick crazy, but she got a fat ass. That's us. It's just like, you know what? She got a fat ass, and sometimes like the finer she is, the more we put up with, and that's just that's just men in general. And it's not even, and sometimes we put up with it because we don't want to go back into the dating pool because it has pee in it. Like, but I feel like the sole purpose. I feel like the sole purpose of the dating pool is just not to be clean. It's just that you get what you get the best offer, and then you get married and live a marriage life, right? You find like let's say in this dating pool, and you're like I don't want to say swimming in the pee, but you're at least careening through it. But you find okay this good spot, like this nice clean spot. It's not it's not diluted. It's actually clean. You're in a spot where everything's great. So why won't you just take and then you find something a real good spot in there, and you want to at least or that good spot is that good person, you would usually get the fuck out. All right, you know what? This is it. I have my good spot right here. That's it. I wanna create a family with this person. So it's just like, you know, he may not be perfect, but he has at least majority of the good qualities that you need. Some stuff he probably like it'll probably phase out, but majority of the times he has a lot of good qualities. It's just like, okay, let's get him out this pool. We wash him up, we take him home, and we start a family with this. This is maybe I'm like I said, if you want to say I'm reaching, go ahead. If you're saying I'm thinking too much into this, but to me, I feel like the dating pool is the purpose of the dating pool is to have pee in it because you're not supposed to stay in it long. Obviously, if a person gets pee in it, you get out that pool, and it's just like, and the person you getting out with, hopefully, and I do mean hopefully, like the person you get out with has good qualities. If not, you might have to go back into that pool. You just go back and just find other good spots. Now, here's the thing, and I've always said this because it kind of intertwines with. I feel like a lot of people because we was talking about I was talking about options, and I feel like a lot of people was talking about options. I do feel like another reason why dating is bad in this era, and because of too many options. And I feel like there's such thing as there's too many options. And the fact that we have too many options, instead of seeing how this one works out, we're quick to like drop. I we're quick to drop option. It's just like if he fucks up once, oh, he's done for. He's done. For, it's done for. Oh no, I can't take that. He's done for. It's just like he may do it once, and the one time might be an accident, and he might never do it again. But you don't know that because you don't drop the option so quick. It's like you didn't even give him time to like assess his mistakes. Like I do feel like there's sometimes where people are going to fuck up, and during that fuck up, you need to see how that person assesses mistakes, his or her mistakes, and like the way that person accepts his or her mistakes. And I feel like you should at least go from there. In my sole opinion, like let's say a person he fucks up and he goes, "I apologize. I've never done that before. I've never done that." It's like he takes time and he says back, or at least he gets mad and he goes, "My bad. My apologies for being mad. I'm gonna try to work on that because I don't want that. I see that scares you and that makes you uncomfortable. I'm going to make sure I never do that again." Because I'm gonna tell you something. As human beings, sometimes it's just like a lot of people we want things to be instantly done. Some things is just like people think they could go cold turkey. obviously you can. And it might honestly that shit might, put you in withdrawal and all that other stuff when you're supposed to wing yourself off. When the proper thing is to wing yourself. So let's say you see this person fuck up and he's close to fucking up, but he sees himself and he catches himself before he does it again. That's to me, that's an improvement. That's when we okay. Oh, okay. I see it. I see it. Okay, you know what? I won't do it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let me not. Let me take a step back, and let me make sure I don't do that again. That's. I feel like that's progress. You see the progress. I feel like when you're dating somebody to marry, and if you are date, first off, this is you know you got to understand your intentions. Are you dating to marry or are you dating to have sex? Now, if you're dating to have sex, none of this shit is, you know, don't take none of this. And anyway, these are thoughts anyway. So these are my thoughts and these are my theories on the dating pool having pee in it. So don't even so like I said, take this as a grain of salt and take it how you want it. Um uh, like I said, sometimes like we're so infatuated with our options, we think this is endless. And sometimes, like even though we do have a bunch of options, we a lot of those options are not good. I think we get infatuated that we have so many people, but we don't know if all those people would do the good. The same thing like women's just like I have this many men want to date me and this many men wants to fuck me and all that stuff. So just because they want to fuck you does not mean they want to cherish you or they know how to cherish you or they know how to properly handle you. Like a lot of women don't want it. It's just like, oh, this person wants to fuck me, so I guess I can let him hit. He's cute enough. I can let him hit. But then you feel like, then you realize dude is an asshole. It's just like, oh, I can't stand him. He's an asshole. He should. He wasn't good for me anyway. And then you're like, and then this is when people was just like, well, if it wasn't good for you anyway, why'd you sleep with him? Why'd you let him hit? You know, all that other things. I do feel like it's to be diluted, but it can also be cleansed. And I feel like yeah, we can cleanse it. I said, but you got to get it cleansed, or you could just get out the pool. Some people don't even get in the pool, but I feel like um, if you're going to find a match, you kind of like have to dive in there. You know, make sure you're clean. And the most thing you have to do is just make sure you're clean, whether you jump in or whether you jump out of that dating pool. Make sure your stuff is good. Make sure like none of your stuff is polluted. It's like because you don't want to pollute the dating pool either with your toxicity. And this is why I like have this opinion on what if the dating pool is supposed to have pee in it. Like, is it supposed to? Is the dating scene supposed to be bad? Now, I don't expect the dating. The dating. Do I think the dating pool should be this bad? No. You should enjoy it. I do feel like you should enjoy yourself if you're going on dates. If you're not enjoying yourself going on dates, then you shouldn't really be in the pool anyway. But I feel like you should at least be like, okay, I'm throwing myself out there, and I know there may not be a lot of good candidates, so at least let me just try to find the best candidates that suits me. So that's and maybe like I said, this is a theory that I was just thinking about, and I would love people's feedback on here because um, because everybody because this is the dating pool has he okay. Okay, there we go. Um yeah, like I said, I think like did you like I said, you gotta find spots that just maybe not as polluted because not everybody come in there is polluted. There are some good people in there, and but you also I've seen people just like it's like fishing. Most people they try to catch the good fish, and then most people just got hundreds and hundreds of fish. And then most people want to try the hundreds and hundreds of fish, but it's probably not as valuable as the one fish, the one big fish that you want. And like people go sports fishing, they try to get the biggest fish, they try to get the best fish, and all that other stuff. Then the little ones will not do. You got to have that best quality fish because those are the rarest ones. And I think my thing is, once you get in and once you find something that is rare to you, you jump out that you get out the dating pool. You don't need to do no. But I know people that just want to have fun. I get it, especially people when they're young. They want to have fun. I think a lot of people now like not even. I know they're saying like some men not even try to get into the dating pool, and that to me that's sad in itself because like first of all, as men, the first thing we have to learn, in my opinion, like I said, and this is my opinion, I feel like as men, we have to learn how to take a L. You have to learn how to take we're competitive by nature. So, like, one of the things I had to learn hard in life is learning how to take a L. And I feel like a lot of these men is just like, they don't want to take a L. But this where my other theory, which is like I compare this to video games. I obviously have a lot of theories tonight, but my this theory was based on video games, right? Because everybody was talking about men would rather go watch porn than play video games. It's just why is that? So I'm bringing video games in. Let's use video games as an example. Let's say you're playing an RPG and you go up to an NPC. NPC says they need their help, and if you go on this quest, I will give you this rare item. So you go do the quest, and then you do everything you can to get the quest done, and it's like okay, you return that back to me, and you will have your reward. You return it to him, you have your reward, and and it's promise what they give you, and it's you know like if they tell you give it this armor, they will give you this armor, and this armor is probably like the best armor in the game. Women are not like some of you women are not like that. Some of you women, you say like, I want a man with this the whole 6 figure, 6 feet 6 inches. Like he's gotta look this like this and this and all that other stuff. And a man with all those criterias that you have will come through, and you will say he's not good enough. I seen it's just like, oh, I fit all the criterias. Do I get my reward? And your women is just like maybe. I'm like, I want girls be like, I want a man to take me out and pay for dates and all that, and everything. Now, I'm not telling you you should give up the cookie if he's paying the date, but if he's vibing, you should at least like be considerate. You don't have to give it up, but at least be considerate about it. And a lot of dudes just feel like if he goes that route, or like if I'm doing everything she's asking for, am I going to get reward in the end? And majority of the time, is no. Now, if you would have said like that would happen, like you not getting what you are rewarded for, then you may not get that. Well, you know, it's 20% of the times it's never going to happen. So that means 80%. If you do what you're supposed to do, you get rewarded. A lot of people will take those out, but I feel like it's flipped. It's more or less than 20%. If you do what you're supposed to do, you're going to get what you want. Is if you do, you know, if you do 10%, and you may get it. I think I said that right. So I believe I said that right. you got to me, it's just that, some of you women, it's just like the man can do everything and yet you still won't give him none. Or at least, give him what he's rewarded. Like if he makes, like a lot of you women say, oh, if he makes this some amount of money, I'll be submissive. So you run into a man that makes that amount of money, and some of y'all are still not submissive. And to me, and I've always said, if you was never the submissive type, a lot of y'all, but you're not. But if you think that you're just that type of boss bitch attitude is just gonna go away because that man's being aggressive, you being no. Some of y'all are just combative all the fucking time. And again, this is not a bashing of black women channel. I don't want to bash black women. I love black women or women in general. This is not a bashing of women, but it's just things that some of the things that I've seen. It's just like a nigga do everything and yet he still will not get the reward that he's promised. And that's why I feel like a lot of dudes are just like, yo, fuck this shit. I would rather watch porn or go home and play video games. At least I'll get rewarded for my actions. If like women is the only thing is like you could do everything she asks for and she still won't give you the prize. If you understand what I mean. Like, oh my God, you did so much for me. You did this, you did this, you did this, you got a relationship, a toxic relationship. I got my own space now because of you and all that other stuff. And niggas be like, what's up with you and me? And then they'll look at you, what the fuck? You're like brother to me. All right, you're anything. And then it's just like, that's when dudes be like, yo, fuck this shit. I'm gonna go home and I'm just gonna masturbate to, whatever porn star is hot right now. And that's my theory. That's my theory. I feel like, yeah, I do feel like at times you women just don't want to reward men in your life for doing the jobs that men and your husband's supposed to do. So, and I feel like if we just get to that point where you can, you know, how can I say this? If both y'all can get to the point where both of y'all can look at each other, you can smile, you go to bed, and it's like you wake up with the next person. It's just like, I would love to do this in the rest of life with you. I feel like you need to have. It's like I want to spend the rest of my life with you, good or bad. So that's my thoughts on that. I'm probably gonna send this to one of my homegirls just to get her opinion on it. And but I hope I made sense. I feel like the dating pool is supposed to have P in it, and the purpose of it, being having P in it, is for you to get the fuck out and be married. Like I don't feel like the dating is never supposed to be a good place. It's an okay place, you know, but never a good spot. But who do I know? Um, but these are just my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. Till then, my name is Oskino Fly, and I am out. Peace. Oh, there we go.